Good morning, everybody. Once again, it's David Goggins here again. You know what I mean? Fucking, it's 4 in the morning. I fell asleep. I wasn't gonna post this video, but I was like, man, since it happened again, this is the second time it happened in the past couple days. So I guess I'll just make a video on it since I already talked about it about the sleep. It's 4 in the morning. It's 4:38. Like I said, I'm a Black Pill channel, and I'm a real authentic Black Pill health channel and self improvement channel. So I guess I get to be vulnerable like this. So like I said, remember I talked about the wet dreams. So remember I talked about just I think it was just a couple days ago. I think maybe the day before yesterday. Remember I talked about the wet dreams and how I was laying on my stomach. It happened again. You know, it just the second time in a row. Like I said, did I speak on well, the video, okay, so long story short, this video is going to be on semen retention and holding your sexual energy. Like I said, I had a wet dream again. This is the second time, but once again, it's because I remember I posted that video yesterday. It was about 8 o'clock. I ate past 8 o'clock, and I know I probably sound because I literally just woke up. I fell asleep and I had the wet dream. I was mad as shit. Like I fell asleep on the couch. I was like, what? Because I remember the dream and everything. And I'm not gonna say the dream, but pretty much, long story short, it's like she was giving me a foot job. I know that sounds crazy. Like I don't even do that type of shit. You know what I mean? But I remember the dream, and I remember feeling the orgasm and all that. That's it. It only got 3 minutes on the video. Fuck. But I just wanted to prove that I'm not gonna show you how to. I'm not gonna show you everything, but that's kind of too much. But that ass though, you know what I mean? Now I gotta fucking like I'm changing my clothes and everything. 'Cause like I said, I fell asleep on the couch. Had to take a piss, all that. I'm like, what the fuck? Surprised the shit. I mean, I was so pissed because I wasn't trying to orgasm or nothing. But like I said, I've been eating poorly, eating bad foods and everything. And then yesterday I drank about 4 water bottles in a row. So like I said, doing all that type of stuff, it makes your energy is good for you though, because having the wet dreams are actually healthy for you. Like it's getting all the bad semen out and all that excess. Because like I said, I've been eating poorly for a while, so that kind of resets my system in a way. Because technically, I didn't masturbate or watch porn. Like I didn't. It was kind of out of my control. And they kind of say that doesn't count as part of the semen retention, but stuff came out, so I consider that a reset, which makes me pissed off. But I still feel good though, because like it's not the same thing as masturbating or watching porn. So, so yeah, like I said, I was just being honest. That's part of the channel. So like I said, I recommend not having sex, not masturbating, and not watching porn. All right, time about to go out. Peace, love y'all. Bonjour, what's up? Me again. We're still flowing. So, continuing the video about semen retention. Uh, since I'm going in on it, I might as well make a whole video. So, when you're doing semen retention, I recommend no sweets at all. So, hold on, let me reset a little bit. So, we're officially going on semen retention right now. This is the second time I reset, but this will be the official video that we start semen retention 100%. And I recommend we all go on this. I recommend we all go on this because it's once again it's for our health. Because you'll literally feel the benefits about a week after. Like you'll feel more talkative. You'll start to feel like you have more energy in your system. You'll attract good people around you. And you'll start being favored more in the universe, in the spiritual realm, for going on these type of, what you would call it, devotations. Like, this is devoting yourself to God by going on semen retention and withholding your sexual energy. So this is for men and women. So this will officially be today, which is, the time is 4:57, Thursday, April 23rd. So I just want to put some pants on, new pants. These little Adidas, a robe, because it's kind of chilly. So this will officially be our first day going on semen retention, and we'll go up from here. And I just want to show myself doing these water bottles, because when going on semen retention, and even if you're not on semen retention, I recommend drinking 8 water bottles a day. I think that's how many. I think that's how many they said you're supposed to drink, which is a lot. Like, you'll go to the bathroom a lot. But it's good for you though. It's gonna flush your system out. Your pee may end up being completely clear. So, but you'll feel so much better drinking all this water. Because I'm not even a water drinker like that. But when I was a kid, I literally used to only drink soda, which is extremely unhealthy. Your piss will burn. Like, it'll be like a dark yellow, all that stuff. So I'm just doing this water. So you're gonna fill 8 water bottles. This is a standard water bottle. Got it from Giant Water. I don't recommend getting this type of water though. This is very, very cheap water. And I know people are like, that's bougie, but it feels like when I drink this, it feels like I didn't even drink water. It feels like I didn't feel like I don't feel rejuvenated when I drink this. Because like I said, I dropped a little bit. Because I usually drink tall bottles of water, and I would get Fiji, I would get Smart Water, I would get something called Velcro or something, I think. And they had these, they have Waikiki water, like it's like volcano water. It came from a volcano or whatever, and they processed it and all that good stuff. I'll show y'all a bottle. And I love the bottles. It's excellent marketing though. It makes you feel like you really getting a good experience from these places. Because I remember one of them had like glacier water from some European nation. So you're gonna fill about 8 of these up. And then I can't do it right now because it's 4 in the morning. But I would put these out in the backyard and let them sit out in the sun. I know that's kind of pseudoscience, but I believe it purifies the water even more by letting it sit out in the sun for a little bit. And then I put them in the refrigerator. You see, just like that, new water instead of taking up all the water. You know what I mean? I'm going to save another video for what happens when I'm trying to think, because they kind of correlate with the two, but I kind of want to go in on it. Like I want to go in detail. I'm really debating on it, like I said, because I don't want to talk crazy on here. Not sure. Fuck it. So, while being on semen retention, when we hold our sexual energy like that, like I said, we get favor on the gods, and we devote ourselves to spirituality and everything. So when you hold into your semen retention, like after a week or whatever, it keeps building up, and then it's like I said, it's gonna be in our sexual energy. That's where it starts at. But we have something called in Hindu culture, like I said, I study all religions, and like I said, this is the only place I found this, which is really profound. This, even Christianity didn't even touch us. This is really, really amazing. We have something called chakra systems. It's Chakra, chakra systems, and we have 7 of them. Well, we have over 7, but we have 7 main chakra systems in our body that, how can I say it? Yeah, so pretty much we have 7 chakra systems in our body, and it starts at the very bottom of our spine. Like if you touch your back and you go all the way where the start of your butt crack, that you'll like just touch the very top of your butt crack, you'll feel like a little, you feel your like your fucking, I guess your butt bone maybe, but it's not your butt bone. It's like the lower back. It's like a little, it's like a tiny little bone. Like if you put your finger next to you, like above your butt crack a little bit, you'll feel like a tiny bone. That's like your lower. That's your that's the start of the chakra system. So if you save up your semen retention, your sexual energy is gonna rise behind there, and in your testicles, or if you're a woman, in your vagina and all that good stuff. So, like I said, once you start drinking a lot of water, you'll start to feel that sexual energy rise. After drinking about 5, you'll be you'll be hyper, and you'll be able to communicate. You'll be able to exercise for a long time. You'll be able to take walks. You'll be able to probably make videos and all that other stuff. So like I said, once you're done drinking all the water and you're done saving up your sexual energy for about a week or 2, it's going to start, like I said, it's going to start like right here, and then it's going to rise up. So, and like I said, I kind of want to, like I said, I don't have any paper or pen, so I can't really, because it's like this stuff is really profound. I can't just yap this out, because I don't want to speak misinformation or nothing. So, but like I said, pretty much we have 7 chakra systems in our body, and damn, I'm trying to articulate it. It's let me pause the video real quick. Yo. Alright, yeah, cause y'all got me started, so I'm gonna just have to show y'all it. So we have something called a hierarchy of needs, which is by somebody named Maslow. It's called if you search it up on Google, it's called I forgot his name already. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And we have these things that we have to complete to actually have a healthy life. I think it's hierarchy of needs. Yeah, his name is Maslow. The Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Let me show the picture. I'm pretty sure you all seen this before. But this is literally, because a lot of us live in survival mode, and if we didn't have these diagrams, we would have no idea. Yeah, okay, this is a good one, I guess. So, this is called, what's his name? Maslow, Maslow apostrophe S. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is every single human being's measurement on success. Like, you literally need this stuff. And I don't know how they found this stuff out. Like, this is some real good psychology things. But like I said, this is all the stuff that we need. Like if we don't have these things, we won't have a good life. So we would need air, water, shelter. So that's the base.
So once you get that, you'll stop feeling in survival mode, and then you'll feel more at peace, and you'll feel more in the flow of life. You'll be in the flow. You'll be in. I can't even. Like I said, I can't think right now. I'm about brain foggy and all that type of shit. But yeah. So that's gonna be the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So that's part of the wellness. But here's the chakra system, because this, a lot of us are. Fuck, I can't even say it, bro. Hold on. And then the fucking AI. Okay, here we go. This shit blowing me, bro. I'm trying to do this Google shit. It's so ugly. Cause I'm trying to make the shit bigger, but it's like some bullshit. Show me. Alright. Whatever. That's not the real one, but it's this. And like I said, this starts at your bottom of your spine or your testicles or your pretty much your sexual energy area. And that's what it is. It's pretty much testing yourself. So first, like in that area, it's like survival. So if you can, hold on, shit blowing me. Like I said, the video wasn't supposed to be on this, but this is what it is. If you want to read this, so read it thoroughly. Like I said, at the base of the spine, it's a red color, and we actually have these things in our body. You can't see them, but behind our back, like it's like in the spiritual realm, or in the unseen realm. You know how like we have like oxygen. You can't see oxygen. You can't see all these type of molecular things, atomic. We actually have these things. They're pinwheels. It's like wheels. It's color wheels in the back of our spine, and they're spinning, but you can't see it though. So it's kind of, it's not really pseudoscience, but we can't really prove it. I'm trying to find a good. I have it in my phone of the correct one, but because they bullshitting me, they trying to slow me down and shit. I'm trying to. Shit's crazy, but yeah, this is behind our back. We just can't see it. These are wheels. This is in the Hindu culture of Hinduism. And like I said, you start at the base of your spine, which is called the root chakra, and that's based on survival and eating unhealthy, or like I said, being in your survival state, being mean, not following the 42 laws of Ma'at, all that type of stuff. See, look at this fuck shit. But dude. Alright, whatever. But yeah, like I said, that's Indian culture. I'm pretty sure that's Indian. It's called the Muladhara, the Svadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna, Sahasrara, yeah. Like so I do study this stuff. I just haven't studied in a long time, and then my brain is foggy. I can't articulate myself right now, and it's probably because I'm talking high level knowledge. I'm probably not supposed to be talking about this stuff. Oh, here we go. So pretty much, once you learn, that's what I was trying to say. Like, see how it's like you have to overcome these things. Like you have to get to that point, and you can't just say it. You have to genuinely like be in it. You know what I mean? And like I said, these are the color systems. Like I said, I don't have the good picture on Google. It's in my phone. Cause see, that's what I'm saying. Cause like I said, see how all this stuff disappeared. Like all this is cute and all, but I have a certain one that I found that's like talking about specifically these things. Cause once it's like moving up in levels. It's like a video game. Once you complete a level, you go up and you get your rank and all that type of stuff. And I believe I ascended to this, maybe, but I can't prove it 100% because I'm still like on my journey. Cause I still never even been on semen retention for like, well, that's not true. When I was a kid, I was on semen retention for because we didn't masturbate or nothing. Cause like I didn't start masturbating till about late 16. You know what I mean? So, like I said, that's the 7 chakra systems in the body. Like I said, you can search all this stuff up and do your own research. But like I said, this is in all of us. This, like I said, Hinduism is the only place that I found this, and that's why it's important to study other religions, because you would never know this stuff exists. You'll never know that you're suffering like this. You know what I mean? And then it's allegedly in our hands. You know, this is really, really beautiful. It's profound information. All right, man, this shit. I mean, I don't really fuck with Google no more like that, but I like yeah, this shit on some bullshit. I thought it was just gonna, I think I'm on the shopping part, that's why. But we also have the hand signs. They're called mudras. Remember it looked like I was gangbanging? It's these. And they have energy in them. And that's, gangbanging, it's really, there's truth in it. Let's say I can't do all this. This is so annoying. But then it's slowing me down on purpose to make sure I can't get this information out. But in the 7 chakra systems, we also have these things called crystals, and they connect to said chakra systems. And I don't recommend y'all do that, because in religion, that's called, like, they kind of consider that witchcraft, like using crystals and what was the other one? And some bullshit. I swear to God, I can't think right now. It's just so lame. But like I said, you can search all this stuff up yourself. Like I said, they call it the seven chakras. Hey, look, it won't. Okay. So we have the root chakra, the sacrum chakra, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. But you see how they keep having different names? Because it's supposed to be the sacral chakra, not sacrum. But it's that too, though. Like, see how they had different wording? They're trying to bullshit me. And then I searched on images. It's only showing me stuff for sale on some weird shit. So I'll just read it. It says the 7 chakras are the main energy centers in the body, running from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Which, if you tap on your head, it's right in the middle. And if you put your finger on top of your head, like right in the very middle, and if you do a circular rotation, like if you do a circular rotation, it feels like a massage on your head. It feels really good. It's that if you feel that goodness, that's the chakra. That's the crown chakra. Like, I can feel it right now just doing this. It feels very, very weird. It's nice though. So, running from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, acting as wheels of energy that influence physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So if you're wondering why you feel, oh, they're talking about all of it. Excellent. Emotional blockages like anxiety or low confidence, all that type of stuff. And like I said, they even tell you which ones it governs. So if you start working on these, which I don't recommend, you should start at the root. You shouldn't, go all the way above, because then a lot of weird stuff will start happening to you. A lot of spiritual things. So if you're not willing to face that scrutiny, I don't recommend doing this. Like I said, we're going up the levels. I feel like we can talk about this type of stuff. So, and like I said, this is all public knowledge. This isn't really. I wouldn't say it's nothing new. Like all the Indians already know this. Like this is their standard thing. That's why they're so elevated and free. Like people talk shit about the Indians and all that, but they wanted something with this. This is the truth. As well as something called meditation. You're also going to do that while doing that. But once again, I don't recommend doing that before you're not ready, because you're going to meditate doing this stuff and you'll feel it go up. It's really, really cool. Like I said, I kind of want to make a separate video on this. It's just like I said, I wasn't even expecting to do this. I had the wet dream and I was like, might as well, because if you spill your semen, it's pretty much resetting you back to your root chakra. So that's why I'm like, damn, I might as well monetize it, right? So, like I said, I don't really feel comfortable talking about this type of stuff yet without a good investment, because I don't want to mess y'all up. Because if you try this and you do it the wrong way, you're kind of done. You're kind of done. Because like I said, you'll be with the spiritual realm now. So like entities and all that will feed on your energy. Like they feed on this type of stuff. So yeah, like I said, I can't even articulate myself. I want to completely be sober for y'all and articulate this information at the highest forms for y'all. So, and like I said, I haven't looked at this information in a long time because I've been on my phone and bullshitting. So I just want to show y'all that, because like I said, y'all could do the information yourselves if y'all want. All you gotta do is search up the 7 chakra systems in the body, and I'll do a screenshot, because I don't like those pictures, and I don't like how I clicked on Google and it took me to a website instead of showing like the full screen. I don't fuck with that shit. So like I said, all this water, and like I said, when you do all these type of practices, it's very, very healthy for you. It's the truth. And I usually have 8. I usually have water bottles and everything, but this is for video purposes. So, and you'll write your name on it so nobody don't take your water, or nobody don't think it's like a free water bottle. So yeah, like I said, this is the first day we're going on semen retention, and we're going up from here. So if you're not ready, don't click on the video. I put warning signs in the titles. That's on y'all. And like I said, once you learn this information, you can't unlearn it. So this is damn near forbidden knowledge, if you will. So like I said, I'm helping the community, Black Pill. Like I said, it's not bad information. It's not toxic. It's to elevate everybody. But like I said, everybody isn't ready for this type of information. So you kind of go insane. You kind of, like, literally, you go crazy and all that stuff. So, and that's also why I keep my hair like this, because the crown chakra, I believe when we have hair, I believe it connects us to the universe, and we get intuition and we get knowledge from everything, space, God, our ancestors, all that good stuff. Okay, so like I said, it's semen retention and the seven chakra systems in our body, and we actually have. And you see how they didn't tell us about the above 7 chakras. Like I said, if I never would have did the research, I would have had no clue that we have even more. Like it goes higher than that. You know what I mean? But like I said, that's the 7 main chakras in the body. That, like I said, in the bottom of the spine, and it's based on survival. So, and the hierarchy of needs. So once you complete that, then your body will move up. Because like I said, a lot of us a lot of us are in survival mode right now. So we're like anxious and we can't think, we can't talk. Like we're burnt out because we're half performance people, and we're not supposed to really be doing this type of stuff. We're not really supposed to be working this hard or multitasking like this. And we kind of break our brain, and then we kind of have to do a whole detox of just sitting in a room, staring at a wall, staring at a white wall like this, literally just sitting on the floor like this, staring at a wall just to have the recovery. Because that's the only thing we could look at, because everything's too overstimulating. So like I said. So once again, these are just demo videos right now. Like I said, I'm not liking the viewership. I'm not liking the 0 likes. I'm not liking the 0 cash app. And then the fucked up part is I don't know if I'm doing bad or not, because nobody's not saying anything. But like I said, I got like 2 likes on a video, and I know this stuff is the truth, so I don't really. So I'm not wrong. So it is what it is, though. I said 30 minutes in, so I'll talk to y'all later. Once again, it's Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs, MASLOW. Maslow's. I don't know who he is, but I'm pretty sure he's a psychiatrist or something. Like, y'all should search up somebody named Carl Jung. It's CARLJUNG. He's one of the greatest psychologists, I think. Okay. I just want to show y'all the hierarchy again. Like, I hate how low it is. Like I said, new phone coming soon. This is called Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. And this is all the stuff. And I believe I've reached this level of self-actualization. But like I said, I don't want to be too cocky. I want to make sure that I know. Because it feels like I know, but I want to be confirmed. Like I said, these are so weak. It's like some like safe. It looks too safe. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's baby steps, because a lot of people can't handle this information. Because remember, even with the 42 laws of Ma'at, remember I showed y'all that's one of the 42 laws is to not close your ears to truth. So that's very, very deep. So that means that people are purposely not wanting to learn the truth. So that's wild as shit. And as you can see, that's breaking the law, because we're supposed to learn this information. So what was the other one? It was the 7 chakras. The 7 chakras in the body. Like I said. And I'm not going to go in, but with these systems, you also do yoga too. I haven't did 100% all the yoga. That's the meditation I was talking about. You'll sit in that position, and the energy will rise in your body. Look at that. It will literally do that. And like I said, you won't be able to see the wheels unless you're if you go on high lows or semen intention, you actually might see the stuff. I haven't seen it yet, but you can see energetic things like that. Like I said, I wish I could make it bigger, but it's gonna take you to a website and all this fuck shit. Cause that's not even the same one, so I don't. That's better, but like I said, I can't even. There we go. And you actually say these things too. It's called chanting. Like while doing semen intention and doing all these, you'll do it at the same time. And like I said, you have to do all of these, so your sexual energy can rise. Like, look how profound this is. Like, I don't know how they found this stuff. It's the truth, though. Like, me just looking at it, it's so profound. Like, I hope y'all looking at this too, like, wow, this is really, really cool. Because a lot of people never found this out, especially in the black community. You know, and like I said, you could do your own research. Like I said, I would have wrote all this stuff down, but as you can see, look at this. Look at it. They tell you the elements. It's so good, right? Look at that. They tell you all of them. See, but that's the real one. See how it's called the sacral, but then you saw on another one it says the sacrum. So it's both. Element water, solar plexus. And some of these words I don't recommend saying out loud. It's kind of once again, I'm a Black Pill channel, so if you say certain words, it will literally make you depressed. So I'm not gonna say the whole thing, but it's this. And if you say another word with this, you actually get sick and you might die. Like if you say certain words, it's really, like I said, it's really, really cool. I can't go in yet, but if you want to know the English language and language in general, like speaking, to me it's witchcraft. Because as you can see, look how I'm communicating this to you all. Like I'm pretty much waking you up and changing your lives. Like if you're not ready for this stuff, I kind of messed you up in a way. But it's good for you though. It's because like I said, once you learn this stuff, you can't unlearn it. But it's good for you though. It's very, very good. Look at this. And like I said, you can see this is for men and women. Like this isn't just a female thing. Because as you can see, the women are doing this a lot and they're not telling us. Like they do yoga, and that may be the same thing, but Pilates and all these exercises and all that type of stuff. Because a long time ago, what's up? Video cut out again. Only got 27 minutes left. So like I said, if you was around like in 2012, 2013, and 2014, actually 2009, like a lot of these white people, they had like these cool little music videos. Like you may know people like Katy Perry, like these online internet sensations. You remember, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Like those type of songs. I believe they found the chakra system and they went to India, and I believe they elevated like these type of people. Like they was really on their hippie shit. Like you can see it in their music videos. Katy Perry, Skrillex, Diplo. I'd even say Justin Bieber. Damn, I want to show y'all some of these songs now, but they gonna copyright my shit. But a long time ago, Shakira. It's another girl. Like y'all probably heard the song. It's like, and all around me. Y'all probably heard that song. I hope I did it right. But like I said, I'll show y'all. But it was so many cool songs around that time, and I believe they all went to India to get this information. And like they was elevating themselves and they found this music. Because once you get to a certain level of understanding and everything, you'll want to make music and creativity. Once again, showing your creativity. That's right there. Like doing all this stuff is like it doesn't do it justice. It's telling you have to eat healthy. You have to drink a lot of water. You have to get out of survival mode. You got to stop being mean to people. You got to follow the 42 laws of Ma'at, the 10 commandments, all that type of stuff. And then you'll know because you'll feel it. You'll feel yourself be more happy. You'll feel less. You'll just feel clean. You'll feel like being outside, I guess. It feel like a breath of fresh air. Oh, that's what it was. So during this time, I really recommend only eating vegetables. Because a long time ago, I was vegetarian doing this. And it makes your body clean. So it cleans all your stuff out. So I recommend doing all this stuff for at least 30 days. because this stuff is very, very profound in the truth. And I believe everybody should try it at least once in their life, at least once, and go hard on it too, like the extremist level. Go hard on this stuff. Cause me, I believe in going in all the way on doing some things. Like for example, if I was to quit weed and all that, I would go cold turkey. I wouldn't stop. Like I would just smoke one blunt or whatever. I would go completely sober. And I was just arguing with dudes yesterday. They was talking down on Maryland weed, and they never been here before. Just because, like, how can y'all talk trash about expensive weed like that? Like they talking about how I was getting taxed. Y'all niggas so behind, bro. You know, we may be getting taxed, but it's not like it's still better weed than y'all. You know, because people didn't even know about $65 3.5s. Like, look how behind people are, man. This is crazy. Because, like I said, in D.C., they have $100 strains of 3.5s, and they tell us, oh, tax. No. Like, and then the people that's talking about getting taxed, they may go to a place like remember I showed y'all the dispensary walking down, it had like the KFC, McDonald's. I was in Rivertown. That place is called Liberty, but they have cheap weed. Like they have like it's the leftovers. It's like the leftover batch of good weed. Like let's say the one I go to Jova Wellness. They may get the best of the best of the high percentage, but Liberty they may get the same one, but it'd be a lower percentage. It'd be the same weed except lower. It's so weird. Like and it'll be on sale. It'll be $45. They paying for $45 weed, and they don't know that that's the low tier version of that strain. It's really funny. But you know, people like to be ignorant. But all you could do is give them the information. Like I said, some people literally don't want the truth. So it is what it is. So like I said, this will be the first day we're going on semen retention, and we'll be only drinking water. Like I said, this was the last time I drank tea. Yeah. So like I said, I want to get everybody caught up first, and then we'll keep ascending. Because like I said, if you can't follow the 42 laws of Ma'at and go on semen retention and take walks, it's no point in you doing this. I mean, but it's good that you know the information though. So whenever you want, it's on you. It's not really a time limit, but I want everybody to follow these videos at the same time. Because I hope nobody's just clicking on the video and all that type of stuff. Like I said, you're supposed to start at the very first video and then go from there. So, like I said, the time is, I started at 4. As y'all can see, it's already 5:36. I told you, see how fast time be going? And this is just one video. The time was 4:30. It was 4:30. And the time is 5:36. And like I said, I still got to edit videos. I probably got to do shorts and all that stuff. Because like I said, see how I didn't even go in for real? And the time is already going in? Like a lot of stuff, it takes a long time to get all this information out. Especially when you don't, like I said, I'm by myself, talking to myself pretty much. You feel me? And like I said, this is all high level information. You know, I'm not a professor. You get me? Like people go to school for this information. You know, people you gotta pay a $30,000 tuition just to get this type of level of knowledge. You know? But like I said, thank God for the older generations that they gave us the Information Act. Because a lot of this stuff isn't available in other countries purposely to oppress their people. And like I said, I'm gonna do a big video on that type of stuff. Because we are being oppressed as humans. It's actually very, very unfortunate. But it's necessary. Because we actually, as humans, we have to be controlled. Because we would just be wilding out. I ain't gonna lie. For example, imagine if we didn't have laws right now. We probably would, like, see how quiet it is? It would be like, I don't know if y'all know about the movie The Purge. And a long time ago, I didn't think those type of movies would exist. Like I didn't think that would be in reality. But the way it is, the way it's looking like, we actually may get something like that. And I know this sounds fucked up, but it actually may be what we need. Like a day, like just one day of a couple hours to completely purge ourselves. But like I said, that's not really sustainable because I don't think anybody will be here. You know what I mean? Like, see how it's quiet right now? In the purge, it was, they actually stopped it around this time, like in the morning time. It would be like 5:30, and they'll it would be like an alarm saying pretty much, okay, the purge is over. I think it started at like, 8, 9 o'clock, the purge, and it ended at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and it'll just be a whole bloodbath outside. It's so crazy. That's why I said I was gonna do a video on that, of all those type of movies, like they call it dystopian movies, and I was gonna make a whole 30 list and explaining those type of cool movies to show y'all reality, because a lot of the stuff is the truth. And in the society that we live in, we kind of have to learn about that type of stuff, because it's no joke out here. You know, we live in America. We have all types of ideologies, races, and genders. So, and see, I'm a good person. I'm a good black people influencer. There's some people on the internet that will actually influence you to be evil. You know, they'll wake you up to different stuff. That's why a lot of Jewish hate is coming online, because they're learning that, first of all, they killed Jesus. So, and we live in a Christian country, so that's a lot of that's his own self. So that just kind of disdain for Jews in that. And then there's allegedly that they're kind of overseeing our country, and they're putting us in wars, and they're purposely making us sick and all that type of stuff. Because I don't know if y'all heard it yet, but in Jewish literature, they talk about us. They talk about us being heathens and something called a goy, a Goy, is pretty much a useful idiot. Which is what other countries see us as. They probably see us as free tax money and free what's it called? You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, I'm running up on these videos. Like I said, I only got 27 minutes left, so it's like, damn. And I don't really want to make hour-long content anymore for y'all, because I don't think y'all not gonna look at that shit for real. So I'm gonna start doing just 30-minute videos and shorts for a little bit. So again, this is gonna be the last video for a while, and then of like high level knowledge. We're gonna go from there, and then I'll show y'all the movies, video games, and movies. And remember I showed y'all the like during the sleep I talked about the movie. I recommend having like a nice little setup like this. I like to keep the windows open, because it's like I said, I'm spiritual and everything. I like to see the trees and all that type of stuff. And like I said, you'll be watching a nice movie. Like I said, my favorite movie is The Wolf on Wall Street. Like I said, I cut that on, or a movie called Whiplash, because I used to play the drums. So, and that's a movie that'll turn you up. I love motivating movies like that. I forgot the homie name, but that was both of them, the drummer and the instructor. It was whoever made those movies. Y'all really know that shit. The production is excellent. I would love to make movies like that. That's really, really cool. Like the casting and all, it's really good. He was also in another movie. It's on Netflix. It's called War Dogs. It showed like arms dealers, like the firearms dealers, and they may send them to like how has a war going on right now. And shit is jumping right now. We don't see it on TV, but like a lot of good business deals are being made. It'll be somebody, and they found a whole stockpile of guns, and they sending them to Iran or some shit, which is illegal. But you know, they're blowing people up. That's kind of I wouldn't consider that legal. You know what I mean? Like they fucking they did some Call of Duty shit and they kidnapped the fucking dictator. That's some gangster shit. And I kind of wanted to make a video on what it means to be a gangster. It's kind of, but I don't, that's kind of too real for TV. I don't want to, like I said, these governments try to set us up. They don't tell us what the laws are, so you don't know till it's too late, and then they give you a fucking charge and shit. So, which is a setup, which is I believe that's suppression and suppression. Because if you don't have a clean record, you don't get a lot of stuff. Because I don't think me personally, I don't even think I could travel to certain countries now because I'm considered a one-time felon. I only have one felony on my record, but it's a felony, not a misdemeanor. And the specific charge is like it's so. If other countries see that and everybody see that, they gonna be like, "Whoa, red flag." Nope, don't let him in. Like I probably can't even get citizenship anywhere outside of the U.S. That's why I'm kind of so. I'm so. I was gonna say the word hell bent. I don't want to say that word, but I'm such a national for Maryland as well as the D.C. and Virginia. So, but we're really from here though, and this is like this is the homeland of America. Like I said, this is one of the 13 colonies. And it's the truth. I want to kind of make a video on like our ancestors. Well, it's not my ancestors, but we're in America, so I consider those my ancestors. Because they gave us those rights for us. They have protected laws for us. You know? Because my people used to be slaves, bro. That sounds so crazy. We used to be slaves for these people in this country. And they just left us hanging. I mean, they were like, oh, they didn't really hang it because we got jobs and everything. But it's like they did all that fucked up shit. And it's just like, y'all forgive us? It's like that. I'm like, we don't got no. And I don't say we should get reparations. Because I didn't do the research and all that. But we didn't get anything. I mean, we got the opportunity to work and all that type of stuff. But that's, another country would have gave us that if we left. Integrate with society. Because I'm pretty sure other countries, they probably would have kept us as slaves. Which is fucked up. If you look in places like El Salvador, they treating people like crazy. Like if we decided to rebel, they would literally just put us in prison. It would be hell. All that hard work for our ancestors, just to spaz out. It's just better off if we just stay here in America and go to work and elevate this country. Because as you can see, it's way too late. If they have atomic weapons now, they have such a head start. We kind of, I don't know what we could do. You know what I mean? All we could. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like we have no choice but to be with the white people, specifically white Americans. So, even though they don't like us, they call us, the N-word and all that type of stuff. But over time, we proved ourselves, and they were like, "Oh, we don't have to prove ourselves." Yeah, we actually have to these people. Because I don't know if you haven't noticed, these white people are very, very wild. They are very, very wild. We're wild too, but they're like demonic. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a moral compass and everything. Those white people, they'll be, at the very least, Muslims and all that. Like I wouldn't say Indians, but the Muslims or Arabs, they put bombs on their chest and blow themselves up. You know what I mean? And Mexicans, they just run. You know what I'm saying? They charge at you. They don't give a fuck. Like they'll go to jail like it ain't shit. So like I said, all this. So like I said, I think we're the only real righteous people. The only real righteous people, the black people, because we've been through so much. So we have that compassion for everybody. Because as you can see, the other foreigners, they'll be like, oh, that's not true. We like y'all and we're not violent towards y'all, but y'all actually racist. Matter of fact, I'm in real time right now. It was just on the news. There was a white Mexican woman that was a police officer and that was in the Marine Corps. She got traumatized by a black guy or a black woman, and she I guess she was holding it in for a long time to not say the N word, but I guess she finally snapped because they can't hide their racism. Only white people can, and they try to be white, because they technically have white skin, but they call themselves brown and saying in the N word, and which is but I believe they're baiting us into a civil war. You know what I mean? That's why they say it so much. Because they be like, we tell them to their face that you can't say the N word. They be like, I'm Hispanic. I'm like, well, huh? I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And then they have light skin, so it's like, what the fuck? Like they have lighter skin than me. They'll be like black and brown people. I'm like, where's the brown people? Because y'all not talking about the Indians. Y'all don't fuck with India like that. You know what I mean? But like I said, I fuck with all the races, but the black pill is, they really don't give a fuck about us. They like our culture and everything because we held it down. And I'm pretty sure they respect us because if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? And the Hispanics, they'll say that they were here too, but not like how we were here. You know what I mean? Y'all weren't slaves and all that. And y'all didn't come to our rescue either. I believe y'all were just buddy with us so y'all could get your own people. Because as y'all can see, illegals are coming in a lot in our area. They came into our area and, they spray painted MS-13s on our walls. And we don't gangbang over here. I don't play that shit. But, due to me being spiritual, we're not supposed to be killing people. We're not supposed to be going to war with these people. You know what I mean? But it's hard because they're taking our women, they're taking our jobs. And I don't mind about the job thing because everybody could compete, but they're taking our women and they're tainting them. And then it messes them up because now our kids have a little bit of Hispanic or another type of bloodline in them, and they won't be 100% black. And then the people will say that's racist, but what's wrong with wanting your own kids to be like you? Or if you have a small family, you know. Because I have a very small family, and that messes up a bloodline, Because what if I didn't want to have kids or whatever? It's like, damn, the only the bloodline left is like a mixed race baby, which is fine, but it's like, like I said, I'm not the only one that's like that, but that's not what this video was on. So, like I said, this video is on semen retention and the 7 chakras in the body. So please research up all that stuff. This will be the first day that we go on semen retention. Like I said, I had 2 wet dreams in a week from eating. I was eating pizza. I ate 2 whole pizzas. I ate 2 whole pizzas and a bunch of water. And like I said, in the spiritual realm, like entities love this type of food. Like that's why we're not supposed to be eating like sweets, and we're supposed to have a very, very clean diet while going on semen retention. That's why I said I want to go on vegetarian. I want to do vegetarian so I could clear my body out because we have a lot of meat and unhealthy foods in our body, and it messes us up and it slows us down spiritually, mentally, and physically. That's why, and that's also I recommend eating expensive meat, not like expensive, not Wagyu every day. I'm talking about like at least quality grass-fed meat, especially nowadays because we don't know what they're doing in these plants. Because like I said, it was a black pill. A lot of people black pilled us with this stuff. We had no idea this stuff was going on. You should see like the farms and the way they do the processing. It's really gross. and I don't cook, so it's like that shit makes me throw up, you know. Not really. I'm metaphorically, because it's really gross. It's very, very disgusting. Because people eat. My grandma, she still eats chitlins. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but that's literally pig intestines. Like where they shit out of. The people like that's some slave food. You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit crazy as fuck. But people like it though. That shit good as fuck to people. And it stinks up the whole house. It's so wild. They put it in gravy. I don't think she do gravy, but I think some people do hot sauce. It is a wild shit. You can eat anything in the world. You want to eat some pig intestines. Like people eat pig feet, all that stuff. I saw it in the store. I was like, oh my god, it's just a piece of foot that y'all chewing on. Why not just eat a pork chop? But like I said, it's different. It's different types of meat and all that. So I get it. And like I said, with that type of stuff, like I said, I remember eating that type of stuff. It has to be like the best of the best. I never tried that in my life. I believe it or not, I never even tried hot sauce before. Like I said, I never tried sauce before. Like that's not really my thing. And like I said, I've seen a lot of shit. So sauce and all that is kind of like nasty to me. And funny enough, I have an ideology about the sauce. It's not actual sauce. It's like some whatever. I'm not talking about that type of stuff. So, and like I said, I only got 27 minutes left, so I can't even go in. So, and I don't want to ramble. I don't want to show my hand in different videos. So, we're gonna stop right there. The time is what time is it? It's 5:54. About to be 6 o'clock. Been rolling since 4:30. Just wanted to get this little video out. Like I said, this will be the first day we're going semen retention. This is all self-improvement. And we don't go back either. We don't masturbate. We don't watch porn. We don't do none of that stuff. So, and then you'll see the benefits. Like you have to have that self-awareness to really tell. Because if you know, you know, you know if you've been masturbating for a while and you do it chronically, you'll tell the benefits in a week. And then some people know that you watch porn. Like you could see it in your face. I can't tell, but it may be in your eyes, it may be in your skin. And then your counterpart, the woman, she may actually see it. Like she may see like your aura. Like you may actually have like a dark energy on you. You know what I mean? And while going on, that's what it is. That's what I meant. So going on semen retention, you'll literally glow to people. Like you'll have people looking at you and like subconsciously they won't know, but they will feel compelled to be more around you. Because for example, like I said, when I was younger, I pretty much I'm about to. I can only go for 27 minutes. I'm already at 26. But long story short, I didn't masturbate in my youth, so my semen built up for pretty much 14 years, 14 or 15, 16 years, and I was so hyper and everything, and I was popular, and I believe that's why I became popular in school and everything, because I had over. Y'all gonna think I'm bullshitting. A lot of people never been through this, but friends, like I had over 80 friends, like actual friends, not associates, like genuine friends, like people. I wish the real ones know. Like if you come across this video, the people have been in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like like I said, I've been in these people's houses before. Like in this neighborhood, I've been in everybody's house, and in that basement I was just in, there's been about 30 or 40 people that's been in that basement of different like categories, like street dudes, the nerds, the normies, the popular kids, the video gamers, the fashion, the drama kids, all that shit, you know? We was in all that shit. And like I said, I had different types of pets. I had a beagle. I had something called a chinchilla. Like I said, I brought all my friends over. We pretty much raised the chinchilla together. It was really, it's such good memories. Like I said, I'm all alone now. I haven't heard from these people in 2 years, but when I see them in person, it's all love, of course. But it's like, damn, y'all niggas kind of left me hanging during the pandemic and all that shit.